Tashidale Yate. Hello. I know it's been about 4 months now since I have done an update on my tinnitus, and this is my 4-month update and my progress on my recovery. My tinnitus has cleared up a lot. It is on a scale of 0 being none and 10 being the loudest it has ever been, which it was when I first was diagnosed with it 4 months ago, where it was at a horrendous squeal. It is now at a 1 to sometimes even a 0. Some of you may want to know how I cleared my tinnitus up in such a short time, and it took a lot of practice and a lot of mindful meditative practice, a lot of personal therapeutical time, and a lot of connecting with myself to calm myself down and to reconnect with my inner peace. I know that sounds a little hokey pokey, new agey, but it's not. It is really just how I've connected back with myself to calm my mind back. Since I've last talked with you, I had a conversation with the American Tinnitus Association, who has confirmed to me that tinnitus or tinnitus is a central nervous system disorder, which is found in the brain and not necessarily in the ear. Everyone's case is different, and everyone's situation is different when it comes to tinnitus. Everybody's ring is different when it comes to tinnitus. Everyone is different, and everyone is unique in their experience with it. One thing I've learned from my tinnitus is that for me, it has been a reconnecting to myself, to my brain, to my peace, to learn what my triggers were, to learn what disrupted and agitated my tinnitus. And I learned all of those triggers, and what I did is I learned to start eliminating them and also embracing my tinnitus, learning and knowing that it is a part of me. And when I've accepted that and I started facing the tinnitus headstrong and head on, I noticed that it started fading. And the more I did it, the more I embraced it, the more it faded. And right now it is between a 0 and a 1. And I am actually in a very good place right now with my mind and with myself. I'm at peace, I'm happy, and I have gone back to enjoying the things that I do: hiking, being outside, being alone, enjoying my silence, and knowing that the ringing is still there in the back of my brain, but not focusing too much on it, because I know it's like everything else in the world. Every negative thing that's in our world is there. It's up to us to to know or to experience and to do what we want with that. Do we want to let those agitations affect us? Or do we want to recognize them and let them know that they're there and let them allow to run its course? When we learn to do that, and we learn to allow the negative to exist, it is just as important as the positive to exist. Because without that negative, we would not know what a positive is. So in that sense, the happiness is just that much more powerful. And I know the road to the negativity, and I tell myself when I'm heading back down that path, do I want to be back to where I was feeling bad? And any person would say no. Of course we don't want to feel bad. We all want to feel happy. We all want to feel good. So that there is wisdom. That wisdom is my guide, is our guide. It will lead us to the happiness that we want. And fortunately, Tinnitus has led me back to that. It's truly a very enlightening experience that I've been through. Because I remember at the beginning, I was horrified by it. And I literally had 4 suicidal thoughts, where I felt I had no other alternative but to die, because I didn't want to hear that ringing anymore. I had no escape. There was nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. But that moment of silence I just had just now is beautiful. In a sense, I am grateful for my tinnitus. It has taught me to seek out my peace. And I am in a good place now. And I thank every single one of you who'd listened to the progress that I've been through. I thank all of my friends and my clients who were there for me, who wanted to help me but didn't know how. Just listening was enough. Any of you who is out there who suffer from it, there's hope. It can be overcome. It can be. And I believe that. And I believe that so much. And that is what I believe got me to a better place. Though the ringing sometimes may still come, I know it's not going to be forever. And it will subside. And once it does, I'm just that much more grateful for my silence and peace. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my story of tinnitus. I'm not sure whether I will do more videos about it, but I think the 4 that I've done kind of tells the story about it. The first one being, of course, when I first experienced and I was learning how to manage it. And the second was when I had just come out of a bad cry. And the third one was an update. And now, I wouldn't say I'm completely cured, but really, we aren't really cured of everything. We all have issues. We all have situations. We all have stuff in our lives. Every single person in the world has something going on. Whether it's physical, emotional, or mental, it is something. And I personally feel and believe the cure to that is seeking that peace inside our hearts and inside our minds. And once we find that, it is a beautiful place to be. A beautiful place to be. Thank you for taking the time to hear this. And I wish you all peace, wellness, and hope. Thank you.